As you're aware, it's been confirmed that Ayana Patterson is out. In this video, I want to take a look at the situation with her knee and really ask the question, what is going on with this? It just really seems a bit unclear to me. So, Oriema confirmed or it has been confirmed by UConn that yes, she is going under surgery or has gone under surgery, and she will be out for the 2023-24 season. And if you watch this, it's been an interesting um, case, and I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what's going on because I thought I had a handle on her knee injury and what it was, but then it seems like they've switched essentially. So early in June, like she underwent a procedure, and then it was reported that she underwent a procedure on her knee, and then Gino Oriema sort of said she has the same sort of knee issue that Morgan Tuck had, essentially. So, of course, I did a deep dive on Morgan Tuck, and she had knee issues, obviously. And she had essentially two issues. One was an ACL that got repaired, but the bigger issue for her career and ultimately shortened her career is that she did not have cartilage in her knee. It was like, for some strange reason, she had some sort of thing where she did not have cartilage in her knee, which they knew would hinder her. And she played through it and things like that, but obviously she had arthritic changes and her career ended much sooner than you would have liked. Like she went on to the WNBA and played for a few years and had some success, but ultimately her career was ended sooner rather than later due to the lack of cartilage, which led to arthritis in her knee. So when I saw that, I was like, oof, that's going to be interesting trying to get her back because I just assumed, and assumption is the mother of all. But I just assumed that she had potentially undergone microfracture surgery. So, microfracture surgery, if you're not aware, is normally they'll, like, you can have like a bit of a hole in your cartilage, and they will like drill holes in the knee to cause bleeding. And then the theory is it fills in with cartilage. Other things they do now is sometimes they try to do like grafts, like they can grow it in a petri dish and then implant the cartilage onto the knee, and it works really well if you have like a little small dent in your knee, if you like. And that's I assumed it was something like that, so it didn't surprise me that she was sort of struggling to get back by sort of November, December, and I was always sort of like, oh, are we getting the full story here or not? And then it was troubling when they were talking about, that her knee wasn't responding to treatment and continuing to swell. And then ultimately it was announced, yes, she's out for the season. But then out of left field, now this is what's really taken me back and wondering what the hell is going on with this thing, is they're saying like it's chronic patellar tendonitis almost that she's had, like issues with her patella tendon, which I I haven't seen Morgan Tuck have that issue. So I don't know if Gino Oriema was basically saying that, the issue with her, it's like Morgan Tuck because it's a knee injury that's not going away. Maybe he was saying that, but from this, it doesn't seem like it's Morgan Tuck's issue. Or are we not getting the full story? Does she have like a patella tendon issue, but is the overriding issue um, basically, is it right? Is she lacking cartilage in her knee? Is that really the overriding issue? And we're not getting the full story. I am not sure. I know that if it is just simply like chronic patellar tendonitis, they are doing surgeries on those now, which basically they go in there and they debride the tendon, if you like. They sort of shave it down. Sometimes a little tubercle, that little bump you have where the patella tendon attaches to, can be quite prominent. And there's been some stuff, they shave that down a little bit potentially. With that surgery, from what I've seen, that's usually around, about a 6 week 6 to 12 week recovery time. It's not that bad of a surgery, and generally it's like 80% to 85% that you can go back to your normal sport and have a good recovery and go well. But and if that's the case, that's fantastic for her and her career, because that's of the injuries, that's better than an ACL, I would think, and that's better than having cartilage damage and undergoing microfracture surgery. Although microfracture surgery has worked, I think. What is it? Stoudemire at Phoenix, he had a good result from his and played for New York for a few years. He wasn't quite as athletic as he was, but no, he had a good recovery from his. Um, but that's the question with this, or are they sort of, is UConn playing a bit of funny games here, and is it, yes, she's having patella tendonitis and has issues with that, but is the real issue underlying and sort of like chondral changes, or basically lack of cartilage in her knee, or is she going to require microfracture surgery? And if it's a microfracture surgery, then the thing with microfracture surgery is you get the surgery and then you have to be non-weight bearing for like 6 weeks because you don't want to sort of, I guess, damage the surgeon's work. And then you come out of that and it's a long recovery. It's about 9 months to get back to running and doing everything you want. So I'm not sure. I'm just curious and don't know the full story, but I thought I would go into it because I did do the previous videos where I said that I thought that it was, a cartilage issue, and I thought I should correct the record and say that, hey, UConn saying it's a patella issue or a patella tendon issue, but I still don't know if they're really telling us what the full extent or what the full story is of it, because it just doesn't smell right to me. Because I don't know if it was just patella tendon. I don't know why they wouldn't have done that like in June and just cleaned it up then, and why they've waited so long. So, but who knows? I don't, obviously, I'll put the disclaimer at the beginning of the video. I'll put the if you don't like me speculating on injuries, then this is not the video for you. But I do find it interesting trying to figure out what the story was, especially because he gave out breadcrumb clues saying, it's the same thing that Morgan Tuck had. But now they're saying it's patella tendon. Anyway, your thoughts. Ultimately, I don't know what this means. Like, she just really hasn't had a start of her career, so that's the worrying aspect of it. She's been here 2 years and just doesn't seem like she's really gotten started or really done much at all, which is, is she going the wayside of another UConn recruit, career derailed by injury? That's the fear, but hopefully not. Time will tell, and we will see. Anyway, your thoughts, your poison, always welcome. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope to see you next time. Good night.